Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Monday, it's grocery haul time again. I am back again to show you what we got. Now this week, Sean and I did change it up again. I think this is gonna be our new routine. Rather than going in an afternoon at the end of the week, we actually are going like crazy early morning. And you know, it's kind of nice. It's nice to get in and out of all the stores. Now today, however, it did take a little longer than it could have or should have. That's because I overslept by 20 minutes, first of all. So we left a little bit later than we planned to, and we kind of took our time getting through a few stores. It's post-Christmas. I love to look at the sales. But I gotta say, I am proud of myself for showing restraint on a lot of things. Things I would normally just go ahead and pick up because, oh, everybody will like that. But we don't need it, and it's not in the budget. So let me show you everything we got. Okay, here's what we got. Now, it's not a super huge week, but we've got some extra stuff here. So we'll start back in the corner. We've got corn dogs and cheeseburgers to go ahead and replenish some of our quick, easy freezer foods. Blake absolutely loves corn dogs and is still on that kick. And the cheeseburgers are nice to have on hand, especially for Sean at certain times. 2 bags of meatballs. Now, these were not originally on the grocery list, but you know what? We're going to have company tonight. And there are just as many of them as there are of us. So for 18 of us, we needed 2 bags of meatballs for dinner tonight. So that added a little bit, but you know what? We still worked it out in the budget. Bag of chips that will go ahead and be put up for later this week. They're getting ready. You can tell by their sign and by the palette that they're kind of phasing down on these cheddar bacon mac and cheese chips. So I agreed that we would go ahead and get one more bag before they're completely gone, since everybody does seem to like those. The tube of hamburger. We've had a couple more meals recently that has this. So we went ahead and picked this up. It is just over 10 pounds. Yeah, and $37 because we get the 90-10. And then what we will do is we will cut this into 5 sections, so 2 pounds each. And then we will freeze those so that we can brown them up later. It's actually a lot cheaper than buying the hamburger individually packaged or anything like that. And it's got a big air bubble in it that apparently I keep playing with. Went ahead and got the Polish sausage, the kielbasa ones. Sean was going to grab the beef ones that I typically prefer, but today I was just kind of feeling the Polish, and they were on my list just to have. I've got sauerkraut in the fridge that needs to be used, and it's a good way to do it. The whole fryer chickens, because we didn't get them last week. We are completely out of chicken, so we'll go ahead and we'll cook those up in the Instant Pot and shred them to use as an alternative for lunch meats and things. And it's nice because it is straight chicken. There's no extra ingredients and nothing to worry about there. So we can all enjoy it however we like. Sometimes we do it in quesadillas, sometimes in soups, sometimes just as is. 2 tubs of butter. We are completely out of that regular butter. So we went ahead and grabbed those. The Fairlife milk, the one we had in the fridge, was only about half gone, but it actually had gone sour because we just were not using it. We have not been making mac and cheese or any of that lately. And I've got a little 3-year-old here who's hanging out with me, so you can probably hear him in the background. Crescent rolls. Went ahead and grabbed 2 packages of those because after the holidays, they always phase them out. So I went ahead and got 2. We will use 1 package, probably all 4 rolls for a meal later this week. I'll show you that in the meal plan video tomorrow, though. Tub of Greek yogurt. Was not on the grocery list. But I know that the boys have really been enjoying that, so we went ahead and grabbed 1 because we're pretty sure we don't have any more out in the garage. I guess we'll find out if we've actually got extra now or not. Another tub of the cinnamon brown sugar honey butter. This is kind of a favorite for all of the kids for their breakfast breads. The strawberry, you know, they enjoy, but honestly, the strawberry is almost kind of like a buttery frosting, whereas this is actually just really good honey butter. So that's our opinion on those 2 different flavors. 3 blocks of Colby Jack, because between these and what we've got in the fridge, that is actually necessary for stuff on the meal plan this week. Raspberries, these were actually looking really good today. The grapes, these were not looking bad. There wasn't a whole lot of them. And those are pretty much our options besides blueberries. And the blueberries just don't taste right this time of year. So we haven't been worrying about those. Barbecue sauce, that's actually to go with those meatballs. Here, as soon as I'm done doing this video, I'll actually throw all of that in. So that's what those are for. Not the brand we would normally buy, but it was at Sam's and we needed the bigger bottles. Waters, the 3 for myself and the 1 for Sean. I am going to try to start phasing myself down a little bit more, but I just can't promise that. So we'll see what happens. I've got caramel syrup for my coffee. I actually use a little bit of caramel when I use the toasted marshmallow that you saw last week when I make my s'mores coffees, so it's really good. Speaking of s'mores, Sean and I decided to go ahead and grab that thing of s'mores right there in the tin. It's after Christmas, so it's all marked down. Not really interested in paying $11 for this little tin. It's got a bag inside of it, so it's even less than just the tin. But with it marked down, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. I went ahead and threw this tea in here, grabbed that at Walmart. I had actually gotten 2 of those teas. One of them I drank while we were out and about, and then the other one I made at home with me. So I'll enjoy that later today here. I actually really like this. I find these at Walmart. It's ginseng and honey. It's actually honey added for the sweetener, so there's no sugar added to it, if I remember correctly. Oh, I just lied. Filtered water, sugar. It's no high fructose, corn syrup. That's what it was, which a lot of the bottled teas seem to add. So it's real sugar, not corn syrup. The cake and frosting, that is something that Emmy wrote on the list because she wants to make a lava cake that a friend taught her how to make. So we've got that there. The Bueno, I grabbed just to enjoy later today. Apparently today was a slight day of indulgence. And I'll tell you about that here after I'm done going over everything and run through the budget with you. New calendar for 2020. Yes, it is a Bob Ross. If you've not seen any of the older videos with my Bob Ross shirt or any of that, or if you don't know us in person even, several of our kids like to watch Bob Ross videos and follow those. It's something even I've done in my past. And, you know, it's just kind of fun. Pioneer Woman wrapping paper. This is something Walmart has. It is all on clearance for half price right now. This is upside down here. So it's marked at $5. So it's $2.50 a roll right now. And this one in particular, it does not look overly Christmassy. I mean, the leaves are obviously more of a mistletoe leaf, but this is not overly Christmassy. This one, same sort of thing. If you look at the smaller flowers, you're going to see that that's more mistletoe. But when you look at the wrapping paper as a whole, I can get away with using that wrapping paper year round. So this is actually what I watch for each year, aside from stocking up on any Christmas wrapping paper, is I get stuff that I can use for birthdays and things like that too. And I gotta say, there's just something about the Pioneer Woman prints that I just love. I went ahead and threw this in here. You're gonna wonder why there is a fuzzy sweater, and that is because we picked that up while we were at Sam's Club for one of our daughters to replace a favorite sweater that she had outgrown. It was on clearance for $10, and we just went ahead and picked it up. So technically it came out of the grocery budget. So that's why it's on here, to show you what all extra I end up getting so you know where things fall. Same thing with the dog food. So if you're wondering why there's dog food in the grocery haul, that's because we decided to see if we can go ahead and get the dog food out of the grocery budget, or if that's something we need to budget for separately, now that we're getting a lot more strict again with our money. And this week it came out of the grocery budget just fine. It was $33 for that bag. And we went to Menards because they tend to have it almost $10 cheaper than the pet food or the pet stores. And that is the brand that we get for our little dog. And the only thing not pictured is some treats that we picked up in the Christmas clearance section to put in Easter baskets. And because, yes, that is something else I do, is I stock up ahead of time on certain things. So let me flip this around. I'll tell you all about our budget this week. So the risk of doing a video while my kids are sitting behind me and, or I guess in front of me and listening, is when I said that I picked up some treats that will go in their Easter baskets. That's why I didn't picture them, because the kids are all standing right here. And I shouldn't say all of them, but several of them are. And one of the first questions was, so does that mean we're getting chocolate Santas in our Easter baskets? You never know. Probably not, but you never know. Anyhow, okay, so this week, again, our weekly grocery budget is $300. We had $65 left over from last week, or from the last couple of weeks that has built up. So $365 is what we had to play with today. $320 is what we actually spent. So yes, we went over the 300, but we didn't have to pull it from anywhere else. We had that extra grocery cash sitting in there, and I keep cash to the side for groceries to try and keep us more on budget. It makes us more aware. And since Sean is going with, he actually walks around with his phone out with the calculator on, adding things up at Sam's Club to see where we're at. We don't use the calculator so much at Walmart and Target because typically the only things we get there are like, we need to get these items, except for today when I bought a calendar and some wrapping paper. But you know, that it all works out that way. And so he adds it up to figure out how much we have left. So if there's anything we do need to cut off or go, do we really need it this week? We can do that. So with that $320, that is keeping in mind $33 went to dog food that we could have paid out of somewhere else, but we decided to try it out of our food budget. It's dog food, so it counts, right? $10 for a sweater, $5 for wrapping paper, another $10 for a calendar. I mean, so we're sitting at 15, 25, what?
53.
Okay, my daughter says $53. That is wrong. But 33 plus 10, so 43 plus,
57. 57.
So anyhow, that is how much we could have actually saved this week and been under budget if I had not picked up the extras. Now the calendar I was going to buy either way, so whether it came out of the food budget or somewhere else, we were going to have to buy it and we were going to have to budget for it. The wrapping paper was a splurge, not something we had to do, but I really like her prints, and Sean likes to indulge me sometimes too, so he gave his blessing on that. The sweater, that again, we could have 100% passed on. Our daughter would have never known the difference, but we know that she will really appreciate that sweater. So, oh, and then the s'mores. You know, that's the kind of stuff, when I say that when we're at Sam's Club, we add things up and figure out, you know, what we could possibly cut. Extras like this, definitely not a necessity. That was purely a want that we could have put back. And yeah, so there it is. Again, we went over budget, didn't go over budget. Yeah, I just ran through all that. So you know how that works. Anyhow, I hope that you're able to get some information from all this, and I hope that if you are following this now and on a budgeting journey of your own or trying to figure out how to do this, that you're getting some really good ideas from me and that it's working out for you. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave that in the comment section down below. I love to help out where I can. And if I can't, I'll let you know that too. In the meantime though, I hope that you're having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything coming up next, and I will see you in the next one.